Welcome back to Down in the 216, hosted by your boy Will here, man. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling today? Unfortunately, this is probably one of the more sadder videos we gotta make, man. We could just sit back and talk to you guys today. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button as we come to y'all. I got like a lot of videos saved up that I just haven't uploaded yet. Just been a little bit busy with my life. I gotta get better with uploading, but I've been recording, just not uploading them. It is the off season, so the Cavs been in the midst of things going up and down. I haven't been a big trade yet besides the Luka Doncic and Los Angeles Lakers trade, but the Cavs haven't made no moves, so I've been kind of waiting to drop some Cavs videos, but I'm about to get all my Browns content out this week for you all. But in sadder news, Myles Garrett has requested a trade. Myles Garrett has requested a trade, so this isn't good at all across the board. This is pretty sad. Right? This is pretty sad. We got a Cleveland Browns team that drafted this guy #1 overall. One of their only Hall of Fame players. The only Hall of Fame player they had in the last, maybe 10 years? Outside of who I'm thinking of, Joe Thomas. Joel Basonio might go to the Hall of Fame. But outside of Joe Thomas, Myles Garrett is the best player that we have since Jim Brown. And then just him coming out, not even... This video is sponsored by Detrimental Figures, my brand here. As y'all see, some of the quality of my recent work. You get a signature tag on it as well. We make and really emphasize quality over quantity. So we try to take and make sure we use the best materials to come up with our shirts and the best designs. Make sure y'all following us on Instagram, Detrimental Figures. So y'all can also get the description down below and hit the link for a shirt. Everything I drop is limited edition, so unfortunately this shirt is sold out. I don't have any more, but I have different things coming up similar to it. So keep in mind, and I'll keep you guys updated with some of my new stuff throughout these videos coming up. But how long has he been here? 6-7 years? Asking for a trade? Saying that this is simply about winning football games and they won't give him a chance to win. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. How do you guys feel about everything? So we're gonna get into Shedeur Sanders and talking about that in a different video. But a lot of backlash happened. And a lot of people now is calling for Andrew Berry's job, man. It's going to be pretty crazy if Andrew Berry trades Myles Garrett and Baker Mayfield. It's going to be pretty crazy. It's going to be pretty crazy. So we're going to see what happens, how this turns out. How do you feel about Myles? Do you think he's able to stay on his team still? This Brown said they're not considering trading him and they're not moving him. So, yeah. They're saying he's going to have to stay here. The team has way more leverage. Now, let's talk about that. They got him on the books for $19 million and then like $21 million in 2026 or 2027. I'm pretty sure in 2025 they got him on the books for $19 million. In 2026 they got him on the books for I think like $21 million or 20 something million or so. And then they could franchise tag him. So they low key got Myles under control for 3 years, really. He could sit out. I'm trying to think of all the, different scenarios, y'all. Like, he could sit out, say he sits out and tries to force a trade. Then what will happen? He's just going to get paid. Like, would he take it that far? I don't know, man. What y'all think? I really don't know. So, what else? I'm trying to think. I do think it's going to be interesting. Now, the Browns said they need at least 2 firsts. If somebody comes with 3 firsts for Myles... First off, you don't trade Myles Garrett. You tell him to shut the f up and let's figure out how much money you want. You write him a blank check and you tell him to go home. Don't trade Myles Garrett. Don't trade Myles Garrett. Don't trade Myles Garrett. Do not trade Myles Garrett. We all got a clear understanding of that. Don't trade Myles Garrett. So before we even get to entertaining what we accept for Myles Garrett, don't trade Myles Garrett. First thing first. Now what we accept for Myles Garrett, it got to be at least 3 firsts, man, or 2 firsts, a player, and a second, something of that caliber. 2 firsts, a player, like an offensive lineman, you know, an offensive tackle. Yeah, two first year offensive tackle, and you know, a second or a third, something of that nature. I'll be okay with that. Say we get who we could trade Myles to? The Giants for the third pick in the draft. Where do we do that? Then what pick will we take with the third pick? And if we had second and third back to back, will we go you know, double defense to cover Myles Garrett loss? Do we go offense? You know, how do we balance out losing Myles Garrett? Like, we do realize this is the best player on our team, right? This is the best player on our team. It's going to be very hard to come close to replacing the talent that he has. So this is really terrible, flat out embarrassing for this franchise. And I wish they could do better, man, across the board. I wish we could come together as a team and, you know, do more and do better for our fans, man. This is embarrassing. Like, I don't wish what Cleveland Browns fans go through on anybody. Like, I don't know, man. If you ever question your fandom, this would be the year to question it. One of the worst years this is one of the, like, worse than going 0-16. So, now Myles Garrett requests a trade. So, we're going to see, man. This is the fall of the Cleveland Browns. And it all started when Anthony Schwartz dropped that pass and stopped running his fucking route. And Baker Mayfield tore his damn shoulder. And then he came back trying to play through his shoulder, got himself traded, got Deshaun Watson traded into Cleveland, and then he stunk it up and ruined the team. So, I'm joking, obviously, but that is kind of what happened. That is kind of what happened. It's kind of crazy, but that is kind of what happened. But, you know, man, keep your head up, man. That's all I can say. It's a really hard time for us as Browns fans, man. You got to really just keep your head up and try to stay strong with this time. It's even hard making videos on it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, just sit and talk about it, man. It's just so depressing. And what they put out on the field last year was just such a letdown to have this offseason that we're going through right now. Outside of getting the 2 pick in the draft, man, this is embarrassing. Having your best player request a trade while you trying to convince a guy to come to your team, embarrassing, man. Like, y'all comment down below how y'all feel, man. Myles Garrett requests a trade. I told y'all what type of compensation we need. I told y'all why we shouldn't trade Myles Garrett. I told y'all my opinion on if we should trade Myles Garrett. Y'all comment down below what y'all think. Should we trade Myles Garrett? If so, for what? I say absolutely not. And if we get a gun put to our head and have to trade him, we got to at least get 2 firsts, a player, and a second. It's your boy Will, down in the 216. How y'all liking my show? Comment down below. Make sure y'all support my merch. Y'all see I got my orange hoodie on. I got the orange mixed with the black. I'm kind of mixed matching ricing. I said mix matching ricing. That's a tongue tire. Is that how you say that? I think I said that wrong. But anyways, I'm mixed matching right now. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to drop some more videos. We're going to talk about your boy Shador Sanders coming up next. Peace.